While you were away, I went to visit my cousin Christine and her husband Ray. They have lived in Lincoln for many years, but I had never visited them there before. They took me to see places they had visited many times before. We had planned to visit the castle, but it had been closed for safety because building work had begun. So we had to visit the cathedral instead, although some building work had started there as well. Lincoln Cathedral had once been the tallest building in the world, but the main spire was demolished after it had been damaged in an earthquake, and the other two had to be demolished because of the danger they had posed. In recent years, restoration work had begun. When completed, it will have cost millions of pounds to clean the stonework, but it will be money well spent. There was no architect for the cathedral. Instead, the masons had drawn each stage as they had finished the previous one. They had trusted God's will to guide them. To support the weight of the roof, the masons had to build flying buttresses to reinforce the walls. This has accidentally created a big open interior and soaring arches. At the time of its construction, no one had seen such an enormous building. The vaulted ceilings can be seen from below, or you can take a tour to see from above how they have been built. This reveals how the builders have constructed the vaulting and the massive timbers that spread the loads to the walls 15 metres apart. The high ceilings and wide nave have allowed a lot of light into the building through stained glass windows, which have cast magical patterns across the floor to astonish generations of visitors. My cousins live in a single-storey house called a bungalow. They have built a model railway in their garden and run steam engines they have built themselves. They have also manufactured everything else, including the wagons and the drivers. The track is very long, and the trains will sometimes be travelling at high speeds. This is the village of Nettleham, where my cousin lives. The river has flowed through the centre for centuries. And to get from one side of the village to the other, cars will sometimes have to drive through a ford. My cousins have also designed a millennium wall in their local church, which resembles a stained glass window. Each panel was designed to represent a society or organisation in the village.